Good. Denise, have you done your brows? They look really good.
No,
your brow game is on point.
I didn't do anything at all. I'm at an age where you don't need to pluck your eyebrows anymore.
No, that's what I mean. But you can fill them in.
Yes. Yes.
Or you can use like a color on them. Like, yeah, they just look a good shape and stuff.
Okay.
Oh no, I don't. Yeah. Also, we don't pluck chickens. We pluck. Her brow. Okay, we don't pluck. It's like people say in dance, people go, "Oh, I'm really sweaty," and I say, "No, horses sweat, gentlemen perspire, ladies glow."
Yes.
I'm a big believer in that. No, but like, the two best presents I've ever given my mom would be A, her dog, and B, just saying when she was just like, I just don't feel I look like myself anymore. It's just like, well, draw your eyebrows on. And she was like, I'm back. Like, no plastic surgery, no lipstick, no, retinoids, no nothing. She was just like, oh my God, I look like myself. I was like, yes, because you just put your eyebrows back on,
Right.
So
right.
good. Yeah. No, but it looks a nice shape. Brendan, you always look Brooke Shields-esque as per normal.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Now you're going to have to speak up a bit because I've got this weird ear thing going on. So it's like, yeah, I can only sort of half hear. Good. Also, I'm super paranoid because I had my I had my composites taken off on Friday, and the guy was so good. I can't even tell you how amazing this guy was. And he was like, right, the people that did them before did a really expensively bad job. And he was like, and what I tend to, he said, I can tell by how high they'd gone up in the gum. And he said, what I tend to see is that people that do that do it really quickly. He said, how long did it take them? I was like, about 2 hours. He was like, 2 hours? He said, I do 4 hours for the top, let alone, both in 2 hours. He said, I bet you to do that so quickly that they've absolutely nuked your baseline enamel. Because I like my old teeth. I like the shape. I just didn't like the colour. They were just faded a bit in colour. And I didn't want to always be bleaching them the whole time. So that was why composites were suggested. Somebody was like, oh, it's a really easy way to start. And then I just decided to do it properly, went to Harley Street, paid all the money. Stupid. And he said, I'm just warning you before it comes off that I bet you, if they're the kind of cowboys I think they are, they will have nuked your original teeth. The surface will be so bad. He's like, in addition to which, because they'll have scored off so much of your top enamel, the dentine underneath will be showing through. He said, and your teeth are going to look really yellowy and you will really hate it. And he's like, but I'm not going to put... So all I'm having done in a bit is to just literally put my old teeth shape back on, like literally, but like maybe slightly lighter than it was, but not what it was, And he said, but I mean it, don't hate me. I'm not going to do it for 6 weeks. He said, because A, I want your gums to heal. And B, he's like, I want you to do some tray bleaching for me. He said, because I just want to gently bring the colour up a bit underneath, because otherwise, he goes, as finely as I want to go with this shape, if I go that super, super fine with what they've left me with, your teeth will look like grey from underneath. Do you know what I mean? Kind of thing. So all in all, it's cost me $2,000 for the original thing, which was quite cheap for composite bonding, but there's a special offer. There's the clue, Luke. $1,000. I mean, I've gone through. I'm getting that money back because I've gone to their debt people because they went under. $1,000 to take it off. 3,200 to do the new composites on the 1st of September. So the whole enterprise. And I thought, oh, it'll be cheaper. I'll do this. Because I used to do like routine bleaching every 6 months or something. Because when you're on YouTube, do you know what I mean? Your mouth is always on camera. And people have this delusion in America that Brits don't do cosmetic dentistry. We do loads of cosmetic dentistry. And so I was like, well, I'll do that once and then that'll be fine. Holy shit. I'm already in for $5,000, aren't I? Do you know what I mean? So, no, 6. 1 + 2 + 3. Ugh.
Your teeth
Anyway.
look, I mean, I'm not seeing them up close, but your teeth look good. They're not this like yellow, gray.
No, they're not. It's because I've got a light there on purpose because I'm not a stupid bitch. Like They are really, I'll send you a picture. They are really bad. And they're smaller than they were. Like they are physically smaller and smaller, like from left to right. Like they look thinner because the guy got like this metal thing and created space between the teeth that wasn't there before. So they look physically slightly more feminine, but I don't care. I always talk about male health. I always talk about stuff. You know, I don't play sneaky or secretive or any of this kind of stuff. I don't always talk about the full extent of the ciprofloxacin thing and whatever. I'll mention it in a group class, and if somebody wants to watch the group class, great, but I wouldn't do a video on it per se. Somebody told me to, and I recorded it, and it was just too much. I just couldn't do that. But yeah, I'm a big believer in talking about stuff, so that people just learn from it. But like, it was, yeah, but whatever. But weirdly, my daughter saw the shape. I said, oh God, baby, when you see what they've done, my teeth are the worst color. They're the worst color. And the texture and all this, ugh. And she was just like, I didn't realize I'd missed your shape of teeth. And she's, you know, when you see somebody you didn't realize you'd missed. And she was just like, oh my God, it's you. Do you know what I mean? It was so weird. So yeah, but we'll have to see. But whatever. Good. So, Denise, off you go. I don't regret it. I agree with my original decision. I don't regret it. I agree with my original decision.
Je ne le regrette. Je suis d'accord avec ma décision originale.
Lovely. Pardon me, my mouthful. Where's the negative in je ne regrette?
Je ne regrette pas ma décision.
So pause. Vowels are correct. Sliding between them is correct. We now get to something quite advanced, which is also what you mentioned the other day. Les voyelles sont correctes. Le passage entre les voyelles, voilà, est bon. On est arrivé à quelque chose dont tu as parlé l'autre jour. We need to consonant cluster to be able to get through. Okay, so what that means is we need to keep our consonants quite closely together, and the passage from certain consonants to other consonants is more problematic the way it is from certain vowels to certain vowels. Why is R a son of a bitch? Because it's really one of the only non-here consonants, because we're coming up here. So you're kind of going in consonant land, ou, I, ou, but you're going je ne le regrette. So say for me, je ne le regrette pas, and keep your palate down. Je ne le regrette pas. Je ne le regrette pas. Non, alors je ne le regrette pas. Keep your mouth down. If you open your mouth, je ne le regrette pas. Yeah, so keep your palate down. So let's build up. So say for me, pas.
Pas.
Regrette pas. Regrette pas.
Regrette pas.
Good. Keep it together. Regrette pas.
Regrette pas.
It's slowed down now with the extra consonants.
I know, I missed that.
Do you see what I mean? So keep it. Ouais, je ne regrette pas. Imagine, okay, oui, alors je ne regrette pas. Yeah, it really does show you the extent to which the teeth are together and the top of the mouth is down. You know. Yeah.
Oui,
so je ne regrette pas. We don't want to be Edith Piaf. Sorry, Edith. But if you think of non, rien de rien, non, je ne regrette rien, like that's not a stupid line to practice singing. You know, je ne regrette rien. You know, careful with her though, because a lot of her stuff is double accroche. So it's like what that means is when she sings, she'll make 2 syllables out of something that is 1 syllable. Like da, 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 je vois la vie en rose, rather than rose. You know, ça me dit quelque chose. We don't say quelque chose. I mean, yes, some accents would. Certain Parisian accents would. Yeah, good. Good. So go again then. So say, I don't regret it. I agree with my decision. Oui, alors je ne regrette pas. What's my final comment for anything, Denise, that pulls anything together? Have the same freaking emotion through it. Non, alors je ne regrette pas. Je suis d'accord avec ma décision originale. Keep the same emotion through it. Off you go.
Je ne le regrette pas.
No, there's no emotion. I don't know whether you're happy. I don't know what you're thinking. Non. Use this first note to sort of give me the tone. Non, je ne regrette pas. Je suis d'accord avec ma décision originale. Off you go.
Non, je ne regrette pas. Je suis d'accord avec ma décision.
It went back into neutral though, didn't it?
Yes, it did. Yeah.
I should know at all points what's going on. This is a nice thing to have in English, if I'm really honest. C'est une belle chose en anglais également, si je suis honnête. If somebody was listening, mind your own fucking business. No, if somebody occupe-toi de tes oignons, we say in French. You look after you look after. Have you heard that one yet, Brendan? Yeah. Yeah, but if someone's listening, they want to know what you're saying. There's quite a Parisian, particularly bitchy, snidey little marais people that be like, I've told you this before. So if you say, I'm going to go out after work and I'm going to go and see my friend. Oui, alors je vais sortir après. No, let me think of one that can be a bit more neutral. He's asked me to go out this evening. No. Ouais, il m'a demandé de sortir ce soir. Ouais, il m'a demandé de sortir. Like, seriously, sometimes you don't even hear until the end whether the person wants to do it. Don't do that. Oh, il m'a demandé de sortir ce soir. Oh, il m'a demandé de sortir ce soir, mais j'ai pas envie d'aller avec lui. You know, anything you can do to communicate more your ideas other than with your words is really going to help a French person understand you if you're foreign. They won't be hanging off your mouth quite so much. Good. Brendan, you'll go. Doodah on.
Yeah.
It's the first time I've seen your wood from this direction. It's the first time I've seen your wood from this direction.
C'est la première fois que j'ai vu ta bois de cette direction.
Nice vowels. Ton bois, your wood.
Ton bois.
I'm referring, of course, filthy people, to poutre, the poutre en anglais, beam that's behind Brendan. C'est la première fois que j'ai vu ton bois de cette direction. Off you go. Look at your mouth on camera.
C'est la première
I don't want to see
fois.
your teeth moving. Oui, alors c'est la première fois. C'est la première fois que j'ai vu. Oui, alors c'est la première fois que j'ai vu ton bois de cette direction.
Oui, c'est la première fois que j'ai vu ton bois dans cette direction.
No, you're holding like this.
Oui.
Yep. Oui, alors c'est la première. Right. Do I look like a ventriloquist dummy? Why, yes, Luke. Your skin is so perfect. One might say plastic. No, I don't mean that. Is it fuck? Is it fuck? But like, does this look ventriloquist? C'est la première fois? Yes. Non, mais c'est la première fois? French. So there's something you can do that stops it looking ventriloquist dummy. Are we all in agreement? Right? So relax the mouth. Don't hold it like a little cat's arsehole. Oui, alors c'est la première fois que... Ah, regarde.
Oui, c'est la première fois que j'ai vu ton bois dans cette direction.
De cette direction.
De cette direction.
Good. Lovely. Good. Denise. What was I going to say? This joke doesn't really work in American, but in one of the dance studios where we go, they've newly put up, well, in two of them actually, they've newly put up a load of like shelves, and furniture store. So like you have IKEA in the States now, don't you? But like, and then so IKEA, but it's kind of middle, whatever, lower middle. And then up here would be like Habitat or obviously individual stuff. Okay, and my friend would never say, "Oh, if you care to put your bags on the shelves." He'd always say, "If you care to pop your bags over in the IKEA furnishing, over on the side." Do you know what I mean? Kind of thing. It's like it's slightly sarcastic, but I was just thinking that the joke wouldn't kind of work. Good. So say for me, when you translate in general, you need to translate on a social level. When you translate in general, you need to translate on a social level.
Comment traduire en général, on doit
Pause, a
traduire.
little bit more join between the words, which would give me content.
Oui.
Yeah, content. We had this before. Never content. Content. Content traduit en général. Soften it. Oui, alors content traduit en général. Lovely. Go again.
Content traduire en général, on doit.
This feeling, pardon me.
Oui.
Sorry. This sponsored by yoga. Yoga. This feeling has got to be more than this feeling. Quand on traduit. Quand on traduit, oui, alors quand on traduit en général, the line rather than quand on traduit en général. Okay.
Quand on traduit en général, on doit. J'ai oublié le reste.
That's fine. But do you know what's interesting? You have a very smooth voice in English. Like you go through your words very smoothly. It's one of your qualities in English. Yeah. Okay. There's nothing like rupturous about it. There's nothing kind of like, oh, you know, I don't mean the emotion thing. You're more than entitled to have whatever emotion you want, but I just mean the way your passage from one word to the next is nicely done. So we don't want a French which is like blah, 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 blah. Yeah. So quand on traduit quand on traduit en général, il faut traduire au niveau social. Oui, alors quand on traduit en général, il faut traduire au niveau social. Brendan noticed the space here. Oui, alors quand on traduit en général, il faut traduire au niveau social.
Quand on traduit en général, on doit traduire d'un niveau social.
Listen to the whole thing, and I want the whole thing. Quand on traduit en général, il faut traduire au niveau social. Quand on traduit en général, il faut traduire au niveau social.
Quand on traduit au niveau...
No. Quand on traduit, when one translates. Why am I giving you this sentence? Because you're using a lot of similar things. Général and social. Traduit, traduire. Quand on traduit, and this is going to test your links, isn't it? It's going to test because on and traduire don't come up here. Okay? Can you, off the top of your head, Denise, give me a sentence where the sounds, don't give a shit what it means, the sounds en traduire could come together? Give me what would need to go to the left for me to be able to say en traduire, with traduire being infinitive.
I'm not sure if I understand.
When can you say what you've just said, en traduire? What else would need to be to the left of it? So, in other words, thicken up your sentence to the left to allow me to say en traduire. I'm not telling you how you're spelling anything. I'm just saying to hear the sounds en traduire, give me some form of a context on the left that would allow me to say that. Any ideas?
Ce qu'on traduire.
No. So what else can on be if it's not on?
Je t'en traduis.
No. Just answer the question. What else can on be? The sound of the sound. What else can on be if it's not on? It means it'll be
en.
Thank you. And can you now give me a sentence with en traduire in it?
J'ai lu la phrase.
J'ai lu.
Oh, I know. J'ai lu. Wait. I know.
You can do it, girl. You can do it. Focus. I'm looking for en traduire. So pause. Look at Lukey. What form of a verb is traduire?
Infinitive.
So I'm going to need what to the left of it?
To the left of it is en traduisant.
What am I going to need? If I've got an infinitive verb, to be allowed to use an infinitive verb, I'm going to either need a preposition like a pour or de or whatever, you know. But but I'm going to need something to give me the infinitive. Agreed? What's
Oui.
the first thing I can use that's going to create an infinitive in French? What? What else?
Another
normal conjugated verb. Lovely. Why don't you just say for me je vais?
Je vais conduire.
Stand still. Do as you're bloody told. Say for me je vais.
Je vais.
Gorgeous. What does on do? It's a pronoun. Give me a context where you're now going to say en traduire. What is en going to mean for you in this context if I say je vais en traduire?
I'm going to.
I don't want the translation. I want you to tell me what, in your mind's eye, that on is now going to represent in your version, because it needs to mean something.
Some.
Sorry?
Right. Some.
Denise, that's not what I asked for. That's the translation. That's a pronoun. What's the sum? I asked you to tell me what Denise is thinking. I asked you for the listen to the English, Denise, because this isn't the French, my darling. This is the English. I asked you, what are you thinking in your world that would allow me? Because if I suddenly came into your room and went, I'm going to translate some, do we know what the fuck that means? What does the sum refer to? We have no idea. So my original sentence was, give me a context and some words where you can say en traduire. So fine then, if you want to go with je vais en traduire, what is the en going to represent?
Okay. The podcast.
I'm going to translate some. Lovely. All right. So when you do your homework, make it work in Den world. Otherwise, it's not going to stick. And en for you as a sound, step me, option 1, me, option 2, me, option 3. Not just, oh yeah, he means on. Yeah, it should be this sound cognitively make, because it's not the most flattering thing to do. The other week we did the dance thing. That was much nicer, wasn't it? Like that was kind of like the Matthew Bourne, but me sitting here going like this is not, isn't it? Yeah, so what I'm saying is whatever work you do, make it work in your world. So cognitively, out of nowhere, if I go, bleh, that your mind goes, that one. And more importantly, when we start putting things together, that your mind goes, not this sneaky visualization that I can still see is going on, all right? So you take my point. So go back to what I said then. Say for me, quand on traduit en général, when one translates in general, on doit traduire au niveau social. You need to translate on a social level. Off you go.
Quand on traduire en général, on doit.
What form of a verb? Will you allow me to finish my delicious non-dairy yogurt? Pardon me, my mouthful. What form of a verb is on doit?
On doit.
That would allow me an infinitive. What form of a verb is quand on? There's no verb yet. So what form of traduire do I need? Quand on
traduit.
Good. Learn lines. We never say en traduire unless we've just said what we've said, but not after quand. All right, off you go, quand on.
Quand on traduit en général, on doit penser
On doit traduire, again, same verb.
On doit traduire.
On a social level?
Au niveau social.
Brendan, same sentence. Quand on traduit, en général, on doit traduire au niveau social.
Quand on traduit en général, on doit traduire au niveau social.
I could hear the meaning and the intent through all of that. Well done. All right? Good. Luke, I promise you, I'm not going to make a mistake. You can finish your yogurt and the banana. Luke, I promise you, I'm not going to make a mistake. You can finish your yogurt and the banana. Off you go.
Luc, je t'ai promis.
Stand still. Stand still. No. Accent's good. Intent's good. Now, no one has said je te promis unless they're reading a book out loud from, because je te promis is the passé simple. And I said when we were all together, there's a lot more of us, that we do the passé simple. 2 is not enough. So what is the present tense of I promise?
Je promets. Je promets.
Good. This poor little yogurt is like, Okay, lovely. So how would you say I promise you?
Je te promets.
There's a bit of pause and shitness, wasn't there, though, which means me. So je te promets feels as comfortable to your mouth as je te promets. Why? Because one exists and the other one doesn't exist. Put it in your mouth properly. Give me the version which exists.
Je te promets.
Good. Brendan, I made nothing of the phrase put it in your mouth. My powers are fair. So ça me Luc, je te promets. Ça me Luc, I promise you.
Luc, je te promets.
There you go. Look at those gorgeous consonants. Don't do faking joining. Because when faking joining happens and you're still going one thought, one thought, one thought, one thought with no vocal link, anything will feel correct to you. Any single combo of events will feel correct to you. And it can't be. So promis sounds lovely in French. You'll be like, oh, my vibration's in place. My vibration's in place. It's all good. All feels good. But it's not French sentences, is it? Do you know what I mean? So find your videos from me. Think the thought. Be Denise, be Brendan. Join it at the mouth. That's when we start taking off. If any one of the human link is missing, or the the join is missing, or the mouth is odd, those we don't progress at the speed we want. Right. So go again. So Luke, I promise you, I'm not going to make a mistake. A somewhat ironic sentence now, but so Luke, Luke, I promise you, I'm not going to make a mistake. You can finish your yogurt. Go.
Luc, je te promis. Je te
Piss
promets.
off.
Ah.
So back you go. So just literally say for me, run it. Je te promets, 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 je te promets.
Je te promets, 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 je te promets.
Good. This is really, really dumb, and I often use analogies from like dance and horse riding and all of this kind of stuff. But like when you jump and you land in tap and you go like do lots of steps together, it's called it's like a cramp. Well, you can have a riff or a cramp or whatever's going, but basically there's different ways of doing it. So it's like so if you went toe, toe, heel, heel on the same foot, toe, toe, heel, heel, okay? And I remember being with a girl that used to go toe, toe, same foot, heel, and back on the other heel, which is fine. It's a completely acceptable thing to do, and sometimes you might need it in the step. And at speed, it makes the same bum, ripple, gorgeous noise. You know, like a ripple is another step. But it's like, so often I remember teaching her and saying, right, that's great, you want to do that, and don't eliminate that. Your body likes going bum, and you just need to go bum, like whatever, and you need to do that one now 10 times, as many times as the one that, and rather than going, okay, so I don't go right toe, left heel, right heel, I go, thinking about it won't make any difference, do it bum rather than you know, do you know what I mean, kind of thing. So just say the new version as many times as you can. Go, je te promets, je te promets, je te promets, je te promets.
Je te promets, je te promets, je te promets, je te promets.
That's lovely. So Luke, I promise you.
Yeah. Luc, je te promets, je ne vais pas me tromper. Tu peux manger ton yaourt.
You cunting little reader. Iago.
I didn't read it. I can't read it. I just tried to think of it.
Iago, we're in bloody Shakespeare. Or the parrot in Aladdin. Yaourt.
Yaourt.
Some people say yao. Yagu. Say for me, ton yaourt.
Ton yaourt.
Ton yaourt.
Ton yaourt.
Lovely. Okay. Good. That's gone right out of my head now. Which Shakespeare plays that? Desdemona, the more black
Othello.
guy. Othello. Thank you. Yeah. Good. Seen it, like it. Lovely. I knew the play. I couldn't think of the character's name. Lovely. Denise, back onto you. Luke, tell me, has the week gone well? That's such a stupid question. My God, if you knew the answer. Luke, tell me, has the week gone well?
Luc, dis-moi, ta semaine est venue bien?
You've frozen, and which I think is your end because I can see Brendan beautifully, but you've frozen. Is somebody else? You know.
No, I'm switching. There's something wrong with my connection today. So, okay.
If it's particularly bad and you want to knock a camera off, that's fine, as long as I can hear your voice.
Okay, let me try doing that.
I mean, I can hear you now, but you're frozen. Lovely. So say for me, Luke, how did your week go? So up you go, Luke. Ça c'est.
Luc, ça c'est bien.
Ça s'est bien passé la semaine.
Luc, ça s'est bien passé la semaine.
At speed, Luke, ça s'est bien passé la semaine.
Luc, c'est
Come on,
ça...
you've been given it. You don't need to. Come on, you don't need to. I don't need second and third attempts treated like first attempts.
I know.
Bit of discipline. Up you go.
Luc, ça s'est bien passé la semaine.
Why is it sounding like a first attempt, Den? The mouth is too open, isn't it?
Right. Yep. Right.
When you close your mouth, welcome back. When you close your mouth, you're not pushing on the chest enough. So therefore, you feel there's nothing. So to make sound again, you go, la semaine. And I'm just like, ça s'est bien passé la semaine. Use this, send it forward. Maybe a bit of this, but mainly about the vowels. The vowels. Ça s'est bien passé la semaine. Yeah, up you go.
Ça s'est bien passé la semaine.
Faster, ça s'est bien passé la semaine.
Ça s'est bien passé la semaine.
Good, now swap it round. La semaine, ça s'est bien passé.
La semaine, c'est bien passé.
Ça s'est bien. I need the ça, don't I? Yeah.
Right. La semaine, ça va bien passé.
No, come on. You've been given this construction. Ça s'est bien passé is not changing. Ça s'est bien passé la semaine. La semaine, ça s'est bien passé. Off you go.
La semaine, ça s'est bien passé.
Swap it round.
La semaine passée.
Ça s'est bien passé.
La semaine, c'est
No.
bien.
You've done that twice already. I want the other one first. Ça.
Ça a bien passé la semaine.
No, I should tell you what you're finding very, very confusing. It's waking your little brain having the words ça and say because they both start with the sound so. And you're like, oh. Denise dines in fine restaurants. Denise dives into the Caribbean Sea. Denise drives the Jaguar I wanted to gift her, but now can't because she won't do this. There are times in language where alliteratively we have DD. Yeah. Brendan breaks coal. Brendan brings home stale bread. Brendan bludgeoned a man to death. I mean, fine, whatever. I'm thinking of Brendan's life. But the fact is, yeah, alliteratively. So don't be like, oh no, ça, get over it. Yeah, ça s'est bien passé.
Ça s'est bien passé.
Thank you. La semaine, ça s'est bien passé.
La semaine, ça bien.
No, I do not want third and fourth and fifth attempts sounding like first attempts from you. Am I allowed that?
Yes, I know. I'm first. Yes.
So it means you're not doing the vocal thing, you're doing the intellectual thing. No one is doubting your effort. God, I don't doubt your efforts. Do the vocal thing I'm telling you about. Keep your mouth together and push here. If it's not happening, it's not happening for the reason I'm telling you. Push more here. Ça s'est bien passé. Go on. Because if you're pushing from here, you're attaching consonants along a line of sound. You won't care that there's two S's. Two S sounds. One is obviously a C. If you're all up here, say, the brain goes, oh shit, I've played that card twice. I've made a mistake. Yeah? So if you're on the alors ça s'est bien passé, it won't bother you. Right. You've done, say for me, you get washed. Tu te laves. Your brain doesn't go, oh, I've done two T sounds. Yeah, have you
Right.
Say for me. La semaine, ça c'est bien. So you've actually got three, haven't you? La semaine, ça c'est bien. Ooh. Yeah, c'est bien passé. And then you've got assez at the end. Just, you know, you've got the.
La semaine, ça c'est bien.
Brendan, I want you to writhe around seductively like a snake. And I want you to think, Denise, that if you're not sure, you're going to make the word s noise. All right? Say for me, ici, la semaine s'est bien passée. Like, and here, imagine I work away, you know, and I come back on weekends. Et ici, ça s'est bien passé la semaine. Et ici, ça s'est bien passé la semaine. Have a go, Denise.
Et ici, ça s'est bien passé.
Ça s'est bien passé.
Ça s'est bien passé. Ça s'est bien passé.
Ici, ça s'est bien passé la semaine.
Ici, ça vient passer la semaine.
Ça c'est, we've got our auxiliary reflexive, haven't we?
Right.
I'm going to do something I'm going to hate me. No, I won't hate myself, or I shall just hate you. C with a cedilla, A, space, S apostrophe, EST. I feel
Right.
all shades of wrong. Off you go. Ça s'est bien passé.
Ça s'est bien passé.
Nice. Why should it be so fucking gorgeously, perfectly pronounced now, Denise? Luke wonders. Because you are, don't tell me you don't read. Yeah, because like ça s'est bien passé, all right? Brendan, you'll go. La semaine ici, ça s'est bien passé. La semaine ici, ça s'est bien passé.
La semaine ici, ça s'est bien passé.
Good. Ça s'est bien passé la semaine ici.
Ça s'est bien passé la semaine ici.
Good. Keep the chest engaged. Much better connection from you. I don't mean compared to Denise, I mean compared to you a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
Good. Lovely. Because I basically said, Denise, and you're welcome to come to the class as well. You know you can come to any class. I literally said, Brendan was like, can I try the other class? So when you can try what you want, but if you fuck up, I will throw you out. I did. Life's cruel. Like you have to be, life is cruel. Life is cruel. Like I'm not being funny. It's like, you know, good. Lovely. Be mean to someone is horrible. Be honest to somebody and then work with them to get them what they want. That's called a bloody friend. All right. Lovely. Brendan. Luke, you're the only teacher who has been honest with me about my voice. Luke, you're the only teacher who's been honest with me about my voice.
Luke, tu es que...
Pause. You are putting things together cleverly, but you are grabbing them, like Carol Vorderman, taking things off the board. This is a game show. Carol Vorderman socially, like Vanna White, not the same TV show. We did have Wheel of Fortune, but like a kind of intellectual game show. Only this one had like a Cambridge maths degree, but she's been replaced. But the one that she got replaced by, I'm not a fan. She's a bit too much of her own arse. And she went on our equivalent of Dancing with the Stars, bagged the gorgeous, gorgeous little teddy bear of a male dancer that she was put with, who was, well, my favourite to watch. And then was like, oh, I'm not comfortable with you dancing on this show anymore. You selfish bitch. Come, do the show, fine. Be mediocre and get praised. I don't care, but don't take that little cutesy off our TV screen. So I'm not a fan. But the point is that's who. So when you say one from the top, one from, it's because it's a reference to destiny. So good. So don't intellectually pick Brendan. Keep it all on the same line. Keep it all on the same line. Yeah. By all means, add the bits that you're thinking of cognitively, but keep me on my same chest deliverance. Yeah. Otherwise, what happens, you can socially deliver the stuff you sort of know and stuff you don't know at all. You go back to using the maths. And I don't know if you realise this, Brendan, but where you need the Narnia and the not even thinking about it, you need it more on the bits you don't know. Doesn't that make sense?
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? So the thing when you need to sort of get carried away without even thinking about it, you need, but weirdly, that's the bit that you guys go to separate on. Do you know what I mean? Yeah? Yeah, so off you go for me. So yeah, so say for me, what should we give you, Brendan? Something fresh. First time. I'm into first versions being clean. Susie and Paul will be absent this evening. They're on holiday. Susie and Paul will be absent on holiday.
Suzy et Paul seront absents ce soir parce qu'ils sont en vacances.
Nice. A little bit less mouth movement, even more. Suzy et Paul seront absents ce soir. Ils sont en vacances. Lovely. Okay. Denise. I have two students called Paul. The other guy is an Australian lawyer based in London.
J'ai deux étudiantes qui s'appellent Paul.
Paul, we haven't finished Paul. J'ai deux étudiants qui s'appellent Paul. How much of Paul are we allowed to say, Denise? Paul, we're on the vowel. Alors, j'ai deux étudiants qui s'appellent Paul. You know, and weirdly, it's the same consonant there. Oui, alors j'ai deux étudiants qui s'appellent Paul. L'autre, yeah. Don't finish a word until you're ready to, because you're then turning off the gas pipe that connects to the, you know, the Narnia. Off you go.
Right. J'ai deux étudiants qui s'appellent Paul.
No. Strictly speaking, you finished étudiant before we went to key.
Really?
Étudiant qui consonant join, right?
Right. J'ai deux étudiants qui s'appellent Paul. L'autre mec habite à
No. The other guy, what's the word after mec? So how much of mec can we say? Good job. L'autre mec habite à Londres, you know, whatever. Or the other guy is an Australian who lives in London. The other guy is an Australian who lives in London.
J'ai deux étudiants qui s'appellent Paul. L'autre mec.
No.
I know. J'ai deux étudiants qui
I'm asking you to not work as hard. I'm not asking you to work harder. I'm just asking you to love your voice. J'ai deux étudiants qui s'appellent Paul. L'autre étudiant, c'est un Australien qui habite à Londres.
J'ai deux étudiants qui s'appellent Paul. L'autre mec est un Australien.
You're not doing it. You're not doing it. Back you go. L'autre mec, c'est un Australien qui habite à Londres.
L'autre mec est un Australien.
No, what Lucky said. L'autre mec, c'est un Australien qui habite à Londres.
L'autre mec, c'est un Australien qui habite à Londres.
Australien, okay? Yeah, okay.
Australien.
Good. He's a lawyer. We like Paul. Yeah, I think he's a lawyer. We like Paul.
C'est un avocat. On aime Paul.
Yeah, on l'aime bien, Paul. Yeah, okay.
On aime Paul.
Good. We know whether you mean love or love, like or love. We know. Ouais, je l'aime bien is a nicer way to make sure that you know you don't mean love, because in any other verb, the addition of the word bien obviously knocks it up a bit, doesn't it? Or beaucoup knocks it up a bit. Sometimes, weirdly, the fact that you would go with the je t'aime bien, je t'aime beaucoup, although je t'aime beaucoup can be I love you a lot, sometimes suggests that you meant the like version, and that you're extending that to like a lot. You know, I love you, je t'aime. Words I messed up with this year. No, the way, not the words. I keep saying that. Je t'aime. Yeah. As per, I'm not on top form today. Brendan, who died?
Jane Birkin.
Jane Birkin, thank you. Yeah. Je t'aime. By the way, is it je t'aime or is it je t'aime? Is it joined? The consonant's soft? Lovely. Yeah. I've been reading now how her family are fighting over her, because apparently what she used to do, she used to auction off her old Birkin bags when they were absolutely like, I mean, you think how much those are worth, and she used to write on the inside with like Tipex, you know, like whiteout and stuff like that, like she used to write a name on them with, you know, yeah. Brendan, I have a student called Lizzie who looks like Jane Birkin. She's just she's got boobs, but yeah, English-Irish heritage, beautiful girl. So I have a student called Lizzie who looks like Jane Birkin.
J'ai une étudiante qui s'appelle
It's
Lizzie.
rough and blunt and not being funny. A French teacher would like it, but I know where we're going to wind up. Make it sound like human dialogue.
J'ai un étudiant qui
No,
s'appelle
because now we've
Lizzie.
gone to on. There's no such auxiliary. There's auxiliary. Good God, Luke, you've lost your powers so badly. There's no such article as on. Is it un étudiant or une étudiante?
Oui, une. J'ai eu une étudiante qui s'appelle Lizzie,
Yeah, but
qui a le visage de...
shape these words, Brendan, with your opinion, not with your teeth. Oh, j'ai une étudiante qui s'appelle Lizzie. So you think you need a bit of mouth to shape it. You don't need to shape it with your mouth. Yeah. Oui, alors j'ai une étudiante qui s'appelle Lizzie. Elle ressemble à Jane Birkin. Yeah. Up again.
Puis j'ai un étudiant qui s'appelle
Non,
Lizzie.
un. J'ai une étudiante. Her name's Lizzie. Une étudiante.
Il y a un étudiant qui s'appelle Lizzie qui ressemble à Jane Birkin.
I've said it 4 times. Which preposition comes after ressemble, Brendan? We've done it loads.
Ressemble à Jane Birkin.
That wasn't to join, was it? Ressemble. Ah, that was a hop. Does the body remember a hop, Brendan?
No, join.
Does it remember a slide?
Yes.
J'ai une
Slide.
étudiante qui s'appelle Lizzie qui ressemble à Jane Birkin. Go.
J'ai une étudiante.
I'm glad you. Thank you. Go.
J'ai une étudiante qui s'appelle Lizzie qui ressemble à Jane.
This isn't joined. This isn't joined from the beginning to the end.
J'ai un étudiant qui s'appelle Lizzie qui ressemble
Why don't we
à...
just try speaking in one go? Aim higher. J'ai une étudiante qui s'appelle Lizzie qui ressemble à Jane Birkin. Go. Speak.
J'ai un étudiant qui s'appelle Lizzie qui ressemble à Jane Birkin.
Lovely, apart from a little pause there. Sometimes you guys, your car is completely capable of going up a gear. You don't do it. Your horse is completely willing to canter. You're just holding the reins. Do it. Yeah, we've done a lot of French now, people. Good. She's got the same sort of wide eyes and heart-shaped face. She's very pretty good. I think I've made this joke before, she's a master baker. She is legitimately a master baker. She goes to grain conferences. The majority of what she works with, I'm chronically allergic to, which is lovely. Do you know what I mean? Good. Denise, when my friend Charmaine visited Paris, she visited her. Listen, when my friend Charmaine visited Paris, she visited her because she was working in a bakery in Paris.
Mhm. Quand mon ami Charmaine visitait Paris,
No,
oui.
this is when we get muscle memory going on. Rendre visite à. In rendre visite à, Denise, is visite a noun or a verb?
A noun.
Gorgeous. Rendre the visit à somebody. Visiter, is this a noun or a verb?
It's a verb.
Is it a green verb? Is it a blue verb? Or is it a red verb?
I think it's a green.
Good. So do we need visiter à?
No, we don't. No, we don't.
So when, sorry, I apologize. Do we need visiter à Paris? No. So, but rendre visite, Charmaine, is that green, blue, or red?
It's blue.
Gorgeous. Bear that in mind. Back you go. So when she visited Paris, she visited her.
Quand elle a visité Paris, il lui rend visite.
Lizzie, sorry, Charmaine is a girl. Yeah, she visited her.
Elle lui rend visite.
Elle lui a what?
Elle lui rend visite.
Elle lui a is going to have what after it? What tense do I need after elle lui a?
Elle lui a rendu visite.
Lovely. So do the correction then. Do the blur a few times through. Off you go.
From the beginning.
No, just elle lui a rendu visite. Elle lui a rendu visite. Elle lui a rendu visite. Yeah.
Elle lui a rendu visite.
Make sure you're getting the bit that's wrong. If I bother to correct you, I'm not feeling very well today. If I bother to teach class, make sure you're getting that stuff done. Off you go. Elle lui a rendu visite. Get your change in.
Elle lui a rendu visite.
Good. And
Elle
make
lui a
sure that the
rendu
rendu is not rendre.
Exactly.
Okay? This is an indication that when you guys, if you're not careful, that your vowels are crap. That for you, rendre, rendu, rendre, rendre. You know, the only difference there is the absence of the r. Like rendre, rendu, no, rendu, rendre, rendre, rendu. We've not just got the r as the only difference, all right? Good. So quand elle a visité Paris, elle lui a rendu visite. Visite. Lovely. Brendan. I was gutted to have not been able to accompany them. I was gutted not to be able to accompany them is probably more common in English.
Je suis très
I
déçu.
bloody listen. I don't have to repeat everything second time. You're not primary school kids. I was gutted. I was. What tense am I in, fella?
What imperfect.
Off you go. So je suis is not the answer. Come on, my love. That's not me being mean, is it? That's fairly mandatory. Off you go. So I was gutted not to be able to visit, to have been able to accompany them. Yeah.
J'étais très déçu de ne pas pouvoir aller.
Stop.
À la...
I was gutted to not be able to accompany them. We've spoken about this before. In English, has this thing gone on?
Not, yeah. Past
yeah.
tense.
Yeah, it's in the past tense. Do you know what? Where I live, and she's not going to find out, and I don't care. Alors là où j'habite, elle va pas savoir, et je m'en fous. There is this woman who's a fucking bitch. Alors il y a cette femme, c'est une connasse quoi. I have two gorgeous friends. I literally consider them like, you know, a mom and a dad. Alors moi j'ai deux amis, je les considère comme mes parents. They are gorgeous, Les and Pat, absolutely lovely, and ils sont adorables. And this woman, I've always maintained a really good relationship with her, but she's a real spiteful little old cow. Alors moi, je m'entends très bien avec elle, mais elle est vraiment vicieuse. Les and Pat have two lovely dogs. Alors ils ont deux chiens. Les is meticulous. He's obsessed about collecting dog poop. You know, like he literally is one of those people that literally every pair of trousers he has one of those little bags in. Do you know what I mean? He gets up first thing in the morning, he goes at night with the dog. He trains the dog. He doesn't just let the dog go for a walk. The dog's got a bad hip. He does exercise with the dog. Alors le chien, il a quelques problèmes avec la hanche. Il entraîne le chien. And this old broad, she's got a back problem. She can barely pick up her own dog's mess. Alors elle a mal au dos, le bas de dos. Donc elle a du mal à s'accroupir pour ramasser le caca, les crottes. And this bitch keeps leaving the bags on their fence or, you know, letterbox or stuff like this, as in, you've forgotten something. And firstly, it's not for her to police. Okay? It's not for her to police. Okay? And secondly, you know, it's just not them anyway. And they've told her. Do you know what I mean? She's such a little nasty cow. She has a son, elle a un fils. She doesn't like everybody to know she's got a son. Elle veut pas que tout le monde sache qu'elle a un fils. But I know she's got a son because he's a chef at one of the most amazing carvery restaurants, which is really near there. Mais effectivement, c'est un chef de cuisine. Un resto très de là où j'habite. And he's a lovely guy and she's not. Alors lui, c'est un mec sympa. I can well understand why he doesn't see his mom. Je peux très bien comprendre pourquoi il voit pas sa mère. And if she continues this shit, I am seriously, I'm going to weaponize everything I've got on that woman. And I've known her for 20 years. Yeah? Je vais m'en servir comme une arme de tout ce que j'ai sur elle. Ça fait 20 ans que je la connais, quoi. She's really upsetting them. Like, it's like bullying. Just because people are in their 80s, it's like bullying them, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Horrible. My other friend that used to live opposite, mon autre amie qui habitait en face, she used to say to her, oh, she's a terrible person. Oh, she's a gypsy. Oh, c'est une personne terrible, c'est une gitane. And I'd be like, why is she a gypsy? Oh, because she only pays in cash. Parce qu'elle paye en espèces. It's like, she used to work in trade. She likes handling cash. She's got a beautiful house full of antiques. This one house looks like a gift shop exploded. It looks so tacky. And she literally used to say to me, oh, because she knows she used to be a prostitute. I'm like, she used to own her own business and yard, hiring out industrial machinery. You ran a gift shop with your daughter, and she was so rude to her. And I'd go around there and I'd be nice to this other woman, and I'd like do her garden and all of this kind of stuff. And she'd say, oh, because you know she's a prostitute. And I'm not one of those yes men friends. I'd be like, Gwyn, because her name is Gwyn. I used to say, Gwyn, Lukey loves you, but this is just bullying. This has got to stop. Alors, je t'aime bien, mais ça suffit, basta. We know basta, Brendan? That's enough, basta. So when a woman in her 70s, a mom messages a grandma age person, messages you saying, Luke, I'm so upset, I'm getting really hurt by this. Because some little bitch is sitting there watching, you know, her stories on the television, completely either A, unaware, or B, knows she's upset somebody and is quite enjoying it. Do you know what I mean? Lukey gets vicious. Do you know what I mean? So if you picture the scene in Sleeping Beauty when and then Maleficent arrives and goes, oh, King Stefan, there appears to have been a terrible mistake. That's what's going to fucking happen next time I go up there. It'd be like boom, 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 boom. Do you know what I mean? Awful. Brendan, translate for me. Last year there was a problem.
Le dernier année,
l'année dernière,
il y a un problème.
There was a problem.
Il y avait un problème.
Good. We discovered that 3 out of 10 houses had never paid the monthly amount for the maintenance of the grounds, which is a waste of time anyway, because I do everybody's bloody garden. Off you go. Lovely.
On a découvert que
3 out of 10 people
de 3 sur 10
personnes, we've spoken about it. Yeah.
3 sur 10%. Sorry, what was the last bit? Do apologize.
No, we're done. If you can't listen to the whole sentence and you can't get the Snapchat thing, no. You've got to listen, haven't you? Because what if you're translating? Is your other half stupid? No. What if you said to somebody and you're translating, yes, we really like the restaurant, we came here last year, but it wasn't as nice as this. Have you done it up? Do you know what I mean? You've got to be able to translate for people. You've got to be able to do 3 clauses. Next sentence. Denise, over to you. The guy one guy stole several thousand. No, that's easy. I'm sorry he's dead, but one guy did something dodgy on a financial level.
Je suis désolée qu'il soit mort.
Good subjunctive.
Mais un mec
did something dodgy, a
fait quelque chose de louche au niveau social.
Financier.
Financier, oui.
But notice, where did social come from? Muscle memory from 45, well, an hour and a half ago, whatever it is, yeah, okay?
A week ago.
Yeah. Denise, I said, I don't care, but he needs to paint the house. We've already paid. I said, I don't care, but he needs to paint the house. We've already paid.
J'ai dit, je m'en fous, il
has to paint the house, but I'm admiring the technique. Il
il doit peindre la maison.
Thank you.
Il doit
We've already
peindre.
paid for it. We've already paid for it.
On a des.
Don't go
On,
back. We were on day. We were on day.
uh, uh, um,
We're on day. Get yourself on day. On a day.
on a déjà la paix.
Children have been born. Children have been made in a bedroom, or well, somewhere more interesting. Been born, grown up, grown old, and are now using wrinkle cream. And the time it's taken you to do that. On a déjà. Off you go. But I like the technique. Well done. Yeah, do you know what this woman is absolutely dangerous. So every time I used to see her, be like, oh, here you go, Gwyn, here's some flowers. Alors chaque fois que je le voyais, je l'étais, ok, d'abord, tiens, prends quelques fleurs. Oh, you're lovely, thank you very much. Invited her to stuff, invited her to dinner parties. Oh, do you know what she said the first time? Do you know what she said the first time she came to my living room? And I'd rearranged everything. I put my furniture in as well as my grandma's. I'd moved, and my grandma had a lot of like figurines. She's an older lady. I'd moved all my grandma's like bigger, classier Chinese vases into the window and stuff that had been in the dining room, and you know, got rid of a bit of the, I don't want to say tat, but you know what I mean, like older lady figurine style stuff. She sat down as she munched her way through, you know, a lot of food financially, and just went, I never really used to like this room, but I quite like it now. Do you know what I mean? I thought, oh my God, I'd like, you just insult my grandma, that's absolutely fine. Whatever. So anyway, one guy we found out had not been paying. Then we found out two more hadn't been paying. Alors on a découvert qu'un mec, il n'avait pas payé, il n'avait rien payé. Ensuite, on a découvert que deux autres mecs n'avaient pas payé. And it was already dodgy, and they completely knew about it because they were the secretary of this fund. Alors ils en étaient conscients parce qu'ils étaient, enfin, un mec était secrétaire effectivement de cette société, cette organisation. And I was super popular. I used to do dinner parties every time I went up there. I did everybody's garden, you know, whatever. Alors moi, j'étais super populaire. Je faisais des dîners à chaque fois que j'y allais, whatever. You know, you guys have known me since I've been going there and all of this business. And anyway, I said, this guy's got to go as secretary because there's missing money. We haven't had the house painted, which is what the money is. No offense to him personally, he needs to go. Alors ce mec, va-t'en, be off with you. Comme secrétaire, not like as a person. And knowing I was popular, the two other old people that my mates, but these little old two, knowing that they owed money, they then went, Luke's never done anything against us, but the only way we can win this is if we basically try and like kill, you know, the legend that is Luke. Because I'm 45. The average age there is like 70, 80. So I'd be the ones going, I'm going into town. Does anybody want anything getting? Does anybody want any medication getting? I mean, you know, I was like that kind of person. Did all the lawns, did all the gardens. Did the garden for number 11, Sal. Number 10, Kath. Number 9, Phil, which is next to my house. Number 4, Gwyn, did hers. Trim the trees for Debbie over the back. So like, I literally used to do this many gardens for people. And this woman started a campaign when she realised that if she had to choose between me, and all I'd said was, I don't want any trouble, I just want this guy gone. Because we're paying £60 a month and we're not getting the house painted or anything that we're supposed to do. I'm just going to stop paying. And this guy, this woman, to basically, I don't know what her thing was to get out of paying her own money or whatever. She basically started this absolute. Now, you know that I love somebody very much at the moment, and I've literally not even been seeing anybody else. I haven't been seeing anybody else since, you know, I just haven't wanted anybody else since last year. Long way back last year. She literally started this campaign saying, oh, Luke's had so many, and everybody knows I'm gay, but Luke has had so many guys over. Luke's had so many people over. They come in the middle of the night, they leave, all of this business. And my mom, who heard about this, my mom's not particularly political, but she'd gone around to water my plants. Alors, elle est là pour arroser mes plantes. My mom was like, if I catch you again talking this kind of fucking bullshit, alors si j'entends à l'avenir, alors même une seule fois que t'es en train de dire ce genre de merde, she's like, I will basically fuck you up the ass with a solicitor. Do you understand me? Je vais t'enculer avec, enfin, un avocat, avec des notaires. She's like, because what you are doing is hate speech. She's like, it is illegal. She said, you cannot. She said, you can go around saying someone's a prostitute. You can go around saying someone's a gypsy. Is it nice? No. But, you know, but because this is the law, obviously, Denise, you couldn't criticize somebody because they were a gypsy. But if you called someone a gypsy as an insult, that's not illegal. But if based on race, gender, ability, or ethnicity, that's obviously illegal. So my mum was like, if you keep saying this shit and these lies, she's like, I will fuck you up, and it does not matter how long I've known you. Don't be such a nasty little old bitch. Pay your money and don't try and take Luke down to win your argument. Do you know what? And it just got worse and worse and worse. Just worse and worse and worse. It's just impossible. It's just impossible. And yeah, it's just awful. Awful. So I'm fine, and I'm like, whatever, I don't need to be a friend. But the fact she's now started on these people, I'm good. So what I'd do is I would organise a mass poo campaign where we all poo in a bag and we hang it on her door. That's what I would literally do. Good. So Brendan, say for me, I remember that Sharon Osbourne did something similar.
Je me souviens de
Pause. One of the reasons I give you some speaking stuff, it's not just because my life is so scintillatingly interesting, it's so that you've got some specific material, other people have got some specific material to go over and practice joined up. Yeah, that's the point. As much as I know I can talk to you as friends, that's not the point. So what have we agreed upon today? That your muscle memory can sometimes take you in two directions. Se souvenir de, se souvenir que. We have spoken at length about the fact that both exist. Will you tell me, Brendan, what is going to come after se souvenir que? What is going to come after se souvenir de?
Que is going to be a new subject.
Good. So je me souviens que Brendan aime la pizza. I remember that Brendan likes pizza, so I'll cook him a pizza when he comes to my house. Okay. What's going to come after the de?
An object.
Yes. It could even be the same person. I remember Brendan. Je me souviens de Brendan. Just there under the willow tree where I buried him. Yeah. You know. Yeah. Fine. So go back.
So I remember Sharon Osbourne did something similar.
That's it.
Was it Sharon Osbourne?
Sharon Osbourne used to take Tupperware and get Jack to poop in the Tupperware. And if a journalist said something horrible about Ozzy, she would post the Tupperware box wrapped up in sort of fancy paper as if it were a chocolate or a gift in a Harrods bag or Selfridge's bag, and she'd send it to that person. Toilet humour is disgusting. I really am not a fan, but that was quite funny. Off you go.
Je me souviens que Sharon Osbourne a fait quelque chose similaire.
Quelque chose
de similaire.
Lovely. All right. Denise, I'm joking, but I've taken it badly. My friends are adorable. I'm joking, but I've taken it badly. My friends are adorable.
Je rigole.
Pause. No. Is the go-to vowel. What's the vowel I want to joke? Rigole.
Je rigole.
No. You've just given me the same again. Spell for me the verb you've just said beginning with an R.
R-I-G.
No, in English.
R-A-G.
No, there's my point. R-I-G-O-L-E-R, yes?
Right, okay.
That's it.
Right. Okay, I'm trying to remember the sentence now. I'm sorry.
I'm joking, but I've taken it badly. My friends are adorable.
Je rigole, mais je l'ai fait mal.
And still, I've taken.
J'ai pris.
I've taken it.
Je, je l'ai pris mal,
But
mais
will you do as you're bloody told? I've taken it.
je l'ai pris.
Badly.
Je l'ai mal pris.
If I were going to be a boring bitch, I'd make you go, je le prends mal, je le prenais mal, je le prendrai mal, je le prends mal. Bottom line, je l'ai mal pris, je l'avais mal, you know, whatever, okay. Good. Good. That's horrible, isn't it? Imagine living in a place and you get up and someone's put dog turd in a bag by where you, like, that's really horrible, isn't it? It's not nice at all. Good. Lovely. Right, I'm off to work on someone's demise. Et vengeance est un plat qui se sert froid. Is it, you know, vengeance is a dish best served cold. So I will speak to you guys soon. If you've enjoyed the videos, people, then there will be a coffee link underneath. Well done, well done, well done, well done. I will be teaching the later class. I need to relax for a little bit first. I haven't got Susie and Paul tonight, but if either of you want to come, you're more than welcome. Just let me know. I will speak to you both soon. Loads of love.
Merci. Thank you.
Good job, good job, good job, good job.